Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome. Hello. It is us. We are here. It is a Thursday.
It's real late. We're sorry.
We've had long weeks.
Yeah, we've had long weeks. We got moved into our new shop. We're trying to get everything all unpacked. It's going well. It's a lot. I'm Champenstein.
I'm Heather.
And this is Talk Comics to Me. We actually did not finish our memories, so we might as well finish that now.
Yes.
So you tell me favorite memory from the shop.
Okay, this is actually a brand new one. It's a brand new one, and it was one of the last ones that I was able to experience there, which made me really happy. And I did tell you about this like a couple days ago. One of the last Fridays that I worked there, I believe it was Friday, because you weren't there.
Yeah, I went there.
Yes. My good friend Mike was at the shop with me, and we started talking about Bjork for some reason. I don't know what brought it on, but we were talking about Bjork, and he had never heard this one particular song that I absolutely love. I'm not going to pronounce it because I am terrible at Icelandic pronunciations. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yoga?
I don't know how to pronounce anything.
Yeah,
so we're
it's
good.
Joga. But it was a live performance of that song that is absolutely beautiful. I was telling him that it made Brayden, my husband, cry the very first time that he had watched it. And he was like, I don't know Bjork. I was like, all right, dude, you know Bjork. But, so we sat there and listened to it and watched the video, and he was blown away by it. And the look on his face was just really good because it was how I experienced it the first time, too. So, yeah, listening to Bjork with Old Man Riley.
Good. Even though at the time I didn't think this was a funny thing, but I think one of my favorite memories is when Derek and I started talking about Fight Club that one morning. And I feel like that was one of the mornings I taught him the most to, like, just let people have opinions and, like, not try to shove shit down people's throats. But I know after that conversation, I was just so fucking mad at Derek because I was like, dude, just let me have my own fucking opinion about Fight Club.
Right.
Like, it's fine.
You're allowed to have a different opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's one of my favorite memories. I mean, any morning working with Derek was pretty good. Like,
I do have a lot of good Derek memories.
Yeah. Like, it's just, I think that was like the nice thing about the shop is like, I felt like I was always surrounded by friends, or at the shop in general. It's like I'm always surrounded by friends, and it's just like they're always, like, I think an overall thing, it's like they're all good memories for the most part, even when I'm pissy.
Yeah, no, because you always come out of it with something that you are going to remember forever, and I do think that's very cool about it, too, because I feel the same way. Like, there's a lot of things that happened there, just, like, random conversations with people that I had that at the time I was like, this isn't going to matter, that I still remember to this day, so it's very cool. I'm very glad that I have the friends that I do, and I work with the people that I work with, and even though we moved the shop, it's still nice.
Yeah, it feels like home.
Yeah,
it feels like a different home, but
a smaller home, a cozier home.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The floors don't creak when you walk on them, which is great.
Yeah, it's weird. I'd never even really thought about how it's like I don't hear that noise constantly anymore. Okay, that's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
We're gonna talk about comic books now, I guess.
Yes. This is it. We're gonna talk about them. So I'm gonna start. Champ has more than me this week, so Champ's gonna be blowing you up. So I'm gonna talk.
I'll be blowing you up every week.
Gonna talk about this little book. This is not a little book. This is a big book. This is called Sunstone. This is book number 2. It's a collection, obviously. It collects the trade paperbacks 4 through 5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but the creator of this, again, terrible at pronunciation, so I'm gonna say it how it reads to me. Steven Sajic.
Okay.
That's how it looks to me. He releases all of the volumes of Sunstone as he creates them online. There's like a specific document app. I cannot remember what it's called for the life of me, but if you pay like $5, that's it. You have unlimited access to all of his stuff, which is how I originally read this. But this is, it's a romance / erotica, but it's deeper than that. It's about 2 women who they develop a friendship through their mutual love, I guess, of BDSM, but then it gets to, they're very compatible, and it deals with them using BDSM to heal their trauma with each other, which sounds really strange, but it's done in a really, really good way because it introduces all these other characters who these people have lived with their entire lives, and their relationship with those particular people, and how, I don't know, communication is a very big part of relationships, whether romantic or not. And I just really love the way that this describes these two people who want to heal themselves before they can be in a serious relationship with each other. So
interesting.
Yes, it is very, very good. It is very slutty, and I love it. But yeah, Sunstone. I think there's just 2 hardcovers right now. The 3rd volume is being created, I guess, and it's in the works as we speak. I'm not sure how many trade paperback volumes will be included in this one, but I would recommend it. It's a very, despite the heavy content, it is very lighthearted.
All right. There
you go.
I've always been curious about that book because it does just look like smut.
It really does, and that was one of Aaron McLaughlin and I actually talked about that because he's very into this as well, and he was like, it was way deeper than you'd think it would be based off of just...
Yeah, like the covers are really like... Yeah. Like I don't... And I, you know me, I love like smutty comics and stuff, but at the same time I'm just like, I don't know if it's like worth getting in that context, so it's nice to put that to bed and know that it probably is.
Yeah, no, I'll let you read the first one because it's like, it's very interesting the way that the characters are like introduced, because at first, yeah, when you first start reading it, it's like, oh, this is just straight up a story about BDSM, which it is, but it's also about deeply embedded trauma and how you can heal yourself from that. It's really good.
All right. On a completely different note, I guess. This is Catwoman. This is issue number 39. This is the first issue of a new era. Start here. This is a book by Teenie Howard and, sorry, I gotta figure out, Nico Leon, I think is the artist's name. It's in the back, isn't it?
And you're back on this again, right?
Yeah,
like
I
did
drop it. I did add it to my poll since Teenie was taking over. I don't know if I will stay on it for that long. God damn it.
Ram did it for a while, right?
Yeah, and I had like it was him and Joelle Jones who like kind of started it.
Right.
And I just didn't really I didn't vibe with it very much. And maybe I just don't like Catwoman, but like this book had a fuck ton of words.
I've noticed that recently a lot of Teenie's books do.
Gosh, does it not have credits in here?
Let me
Am
see.
I just like somehow going
you
past
talk
them?
and I will find it for you.
Like I do, like the art and the colors are probably what sell this book for me. It's just like it's a good fucking looking book.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
There it is.
That was sick.
Nico Leon.
Okay, who does the colors? Oh, Jordi Villar.
Jordi.
So yeah, it's just
the art is really good.
Yeah, it's so good. Like look at that.
Yeah.
Now I lost my train of thought because I'm just looking at that book and looking at the art. Yeah, there's just a lot of words, unnecessarily so. Like, I don't mind reading a book with, like, a lot of words, but it just felt like it kind of just was, like, filler. But, and also, I guess I just wanted to take in the art, so, like, all of the words are just, like, in my way.
It's a lot to deal with. Yeah, no, this art is phenomenal.
Isn't it? Yeah. But I had fun, so I'm gonna keep on it. We'll see what happens. I don't know 100%, like, really, so... We'll see. How
is the story different than what you originally read for Catwoman? Because I asked you like a little bit ago, what is this particular... Why is it restarting? Like, what is it about now? Is it just same old Catwoman? It's just like a new team that's working on it? Is that why it's like...
Yeah. And I think it's like starting like... Ram finished up what he was doing because he took over for Joelle Jones like after that minute. So like I think I stopped reading after issue 19 or something like that.
Yes, I do recall that.
So he had that whole like little bit, I guess like 20 issues from when I read it last, and he did have like a storyline. And this is her just in Alleytown, like where she was from, trying to do crime but keep the crime bosses from hurting people within Alleytown.
Right.
So yeah, just her kind of just doing Catwoman shit, like being the hero but also not being a hero.
Being a fake hero.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, it was fun. Like I said, I'll keep on until I just can't. Okay. And if I don't like the next issue, maybe that's it. You know,
you're just giving it a little try.
You're just giving it a little try, that's seeing what happens. Yeah. A book that was surprisingly good to me was Devil's Reign XMen. This is issue number 1. I think this is a short little 3-issue series.
I did read half of that, and it looked so good. Yeah. Elektra looks so good.
Yeah, it's Phil Noto does the art. Gary Duggan does the words.
I know. Does the words.
He does the words. And who does the colors? Nobody does the colors. Phil Noto does the colors.
Yeah, I was like, usually Phil Noto does his own colors when he does or at least for the few Phil Noto books that I have read.
But yeah, this art is amazing. Phil Noto is a very, very talented artist. But this, even though in context is part of the Devil's Reign, like, mini-series event.
Yeah.
It takes place in the past, and basically Elektra and Emma both work for Kingpin, and this is like mixing the past with the present. So Kingpin's trying to get the X-Men to take down their tree.
Okay.
And so, but Emma also has this past, so everything's, you know, all mixed up.
Right.
It was really good. I honestly, like I said, surprisingly good. I just read it. Like, I read it and bought it. It's like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was really good. And, like, it's only a few issues, so, like, I do like that idea, but, yeah, surprised by it.
That's fair. Like, the reason I didn't finish it was because I was like, I have zero context for anything that's going on in there. I just kind of wanted to see the art. And I ended up reading, like, the first 4 pages, maybe. So I said half. I mean, like, maybe a quarter of it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I liked it better than that Daredevil Woman Without Fear, like, first issue, which I only got halfway through, and now I'll go back and read it, but...
Was that last week?
Yeah, that was last week. Yeah, it was... Like, that book was but this was really good.
Yeah.
So...
How many other miniseries are there going to be for Devil's Reign? Because there was that...
There's the Villains for Hire.
Yeah, there was the Superior 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like there's one other one or 2 other ones.
Yeah, I remember reading about it, but I just wasn't sure what exactly there was.
And I'm not sure if they, like... Oh, The Woman Without Fear.
Yeah.
I guess then the main Devil's Reign series. But... I
just feel like there was another... Yeah. I don't know. I'll look it up. We'll figure it out.
I feel like there was a book with Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But I actually think that ended up getting canceled, if I'm remembering correctly.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, well.
That's rude. All right.
We should go on. We've just rambled about that for a real long time.
Okay, we both got Detective. This is issue number 1049.
1,000 issues. We've made it real far.
Yeah, we've been reading this since the beginning. This is part of the Shadows of the Bat series, or chapters, whatever you want to call it. This is about the Arkham Tower. So a few issues ago, it kind of introduces the problem that arises there, like gives you kind of what happens at the end. These last couple issues are kind of going into the timeline, like leading up to what happens, how they kind of infiltrate and figure out what is going on, what Tobias Ware, the Doctor, what he is doing to the people who are residing within Arkham Tower, because obviously, like, Batwoman and all of them don't understand and don't believe that he's actually doing good for the bad guys that are in the tower. So yeah, it's them just like breaking down what exactly is happening and what leads to that event from a few issues ago.
Yeah, it's weird, like, for a weekly book, I have been enjoying it quite a bit.
Yes, absolutely. It's been really good. And the story at the end, House of Gotham, what Matthew Rosenberg does, is phenomenal.
I actually didn't get to read this one this time.
Okay, I won't explain too much about what's going on, but it's basically how Scarecrow kind of becomes who he is, starting with, the death of his parents, going to see a therapist, and then Bruce Wayne trying to give him a place to live, to be taken care of, and then it not happening that way.
All right.
It's really good. Yeah. This one was really, really, really good. There was, I don't know, it was just a really good story.
Yeah,
I like it.
I would say this was the first one I didn't have time to get to, but yeah, I've really this book is
so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
I thought I was not, once Dan Mora was off of the art, I didn't think that I would want to continue it, but the story is so good, it doesn't matter.
And I mean, and I still really like the art in this book quite a bit. It's not Dan Mora's art, but it's still enjoyable to look at. And
I've been really enjoying the covers of these issues.
Covers
how
have been really good.
Realistic they are. Who does the covers? Irvin Rodriguez.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed this. They've been doing this.
Oh, shit. No, I did not even.
I didn't notice it till I was looking at Catwoman.
That would have helped me out when I was just flipping through the book. Anyway, yeah, it's Detective Comics. It is very, very, very good. At least in my humble opinion.
And in mine as well.
Yeah, our humble opinion. 2 humble opinions means it's right. It's not an opinion at that point. It's just a fact.
All right, so this is Batman the Knight. This is issue number 1. This is a little Chip Zdarsky joint. And you gotta say this man's name.
Carmine Di Giandomenico?
Sounds good.
Yeah. It's just Batman's villain origin story.
Yeah, this is just a Batman story.
Yeah.
I really thought the colors are really good in this book.
Yeah, no, it was really, really good. Especially, it kind of starts out in a weird way, in my not humble opinion. Just, I don't know. It's I was telling our friend, I don't want to name drop anymore. I'm done name dropping. I was telling one of our mutual friends, we were discussing this book, and I was like, how many different ways can you tell a Batman story? What happens to him as a kid and how he turns out? How many different ways can you tell it? Apparently, you can continue doing it, because this was very interesting, and I've read that sort of story many a time.
Yeah.
And this was still fascinating to me, and I thought it was still done really well.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Just the conversations between Hugo Strange and Bruce. Hugo Strange is his therapist while he's young, and he's kind of just trying to infiltrate his brain and do Hugo Strange shit.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna say that was the thing that I liked the most about it, was the conversations with his therapist, and how you're all right, how do you not notice that something weird is going on?
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I really liked the art. I thought the colors were really, really good. Because I really liked the way the rain looked in this book.
There were a lot of
there's a lot of rain. I mean, it makes sense. It's Gotham, but yeah, it was the pinks. So yeah, it just looks good. It was an interesting story. Yeah, and like you said, for a Batman origin story, it definitely pulled me in.
It's only going to be 10 issues?
10
issues.
10.
So, I mean, if you're a freak of nature and you love Batman stories being told many different ways, then maybe check it out. You might enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Chip, then I think you should be in. Okay, go ahead.
I have this book called Out. This is issue number 4. There's going to be 1 left. I would like to start off saying I absolutely love when Nazis get murdered. I love it. So with that being said, this book is awesome. I really, really like it. This issue, the main character, I keep calling him Nakana, and that is not right, because that is the mayor, right?
Nakano.
Oh, maybe that's the difference. I just keep getting them mixed up and pronouncing them wrong because of that. But the main character in this book is tasked by the Nazis, because he is really good with languages, can translate any language pretty much, but he's tasked by the Nazis within this camp to communicate with this ancient vampire that they found and try to use it to control, I don't know, the war. They think with this one thing that they'll be able to take the lead and wipe out their enemies. The translator, I think it is Nakana. I can't find it right now, so that's what I'm going to say. He decides instead to not make friends with, but kind of work with, for his own reasons, this ancient vampire, and is like, if you help me with this particular thing, I will free you. You know, you don't have to, you're not going to be imprisoned here by these people anymore, because the vampire is a king. He had been a king at one point, and he's like, but the reason I like this so much is because the vampire obviously doesn't believe him, because he's like, dude, I've been alive for centuries. Like, humans are terrible people. Like, just let me eat them and we'll be cool. But they do work out some sort of agreement between them, and I am very, very excited to see.
Only eating Nazis.
Yeah. But, like, look how cool. Like,
yeah,
this
it looks cool.
This book is great. I love it. I like how they make this character, because he is imprisoned in this war camp by Nazis and is being forced to do things that he doesn't want to do, but he still is trying to save those people that are being a dick to him within the camp.
Yeah. Because
he knows that, like, Nazis are the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very, 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 very good. I'm very excited to see how this one ends, because it was like a surprisingly good story. I did not realize how much I was going to like it, because I just special ordered the first one.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and then ended up adding it like right away, because it's very good. So it is called Out. It's about vampires and Nazis.
Yeah, okay, and now I have Ma. This is issue number 5 of 5. And yeah, it's still a little laggy.
It's still a little laggy. Maybe it's because I don't know.
Well, I'll
don't pay attention to it.
If there's a lag on there, sorry, dogs. So this Ma issue number 5, ending of the story. Hey, I kind of called what was going on in the beginning, but I don't think that was like necessarily hard to do. I think they made it pretty obvious. I did like some of the like twists and turns that they threw into this book. I like the art a lot. Yeah, when we were talking about the ending, I think you were spot on describing it like as an A24 ending, where it feels happy, but it is very bad. Like what is happening is not good.
It looks like a happy ending if you don't truly understand what happened.
Yeah, you're just like, that doesn't seem like a good
thing. If you
miss
the point.
That seems bad.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Everybody in this situation seems happy. I don't know why.
So they're smiling, so it must be a happy ending. Yeah.
She seems pretty stoked about what's going on.
she's chill with this.
She's like turning into a weird creature, but she looks fucking sick as hell, so I guess I would also be happy. Like, wait, there's a full page, yeah. Like,
dang, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know. So if you look that sick,
can you show that cover, because that cover is so good. Look at here. I'm gonna hold this because there's glare there. Look at how good that cover is. It's it's so good.
Yeah, no, it is a very good cover. That's why I took it.
That makes sense.
I need this in my life. But yeah, I really did like this. I would like to go back and read it like as a whole.
I have number 1.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I do that.
That was one of them that I had to, because I did read it again, and I am curious. I do want to read more.
Yeah, no, I think it did a really good job of saying what it wanted to say. It did it really fluently, and I thought it was a good story, and like a really interesting horror story. And yeah,
fair.
I would suggest it for sure.
And it was 5 issues?
5 issues, yeah. So it's like quick.
Yeah. And is that Boom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. I might have to order the trade.
Yeah, I mean, I could let you borrow the issues.
So I can read it. Yeah, that would make sense. That'd be way cheaper.
I gotta finally put my comics away, so I'll
come
probably across every single one of them. So no worries.
Okay, perfect. We love that.
So yeah, do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Well, we got this one
first.
Oh,
fuck, yeah.
Okay, so we both get this one technically, but Champ did not have a chance to read it, so I'm not going to say too much about it. This is Eternals. This is issue number 9. Basically, the Eternals are still trying to take down Thanos. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I don't want to go into details because a lot happens in this, but it kind of...
Yeah, I haven't even flipped through that book.
Yeah, it's very good. There's a really good scene with Athena, and by the end of it, they kind of recruit help from someone else. So
All right.
Yes, it's...
I'm really excited to read it, but it is one of... I got a lot of books this week, and we didn't get our books till later, so I had to chug through as many books as I can, and I'm not that smart.
Yeah, it's... I was surprised that I understood everything that was going on. Just a forewarning, or not a warning even, if you just, like, read this... everything makes sense as you're reading it.
Yeah.
I never think to do that at the beginning because I know what happened in the last issue. Like, I remember. And then, but I read it this time and was like, okay, everything makes sense. Like, everything that you might have forgotten, no matter how little from the previous issue, is mentioned in there. So when you're reading it, it's like, oh yeah, I know everything. But yeah, as always, it continues being very good. I have not seen the Eternals movie yet.
No. Same. I've been tempted to watch it just out of, like, curiosity's sake. But I'll get to it. Like, I watched the Black Widow movie out of curiosity's sake finally, so.
Well, I just finished The Witcher Season 2. They just put The Last Duel on Amazon Prime, so...
Get to watch a lot of rape.
Gonna love that. I've just been really wanting to watch that movie because they had it in theaters for like 2 days. And then when I noticed that it was there and was like, yeah, I'm going to go see it because it's a movie that, like, I read the book like years ago and I loved the book. I thought it was fantastic. And then it wasn't in theaters anymore. And then I forgot all about it because I wasn't like, I need this movie in my life. But yeah, I just noticed the other night. So I got to watch that. So then maybe after that I'll watch The Eternals if I'm feeling like it. Who knows?
All right, so next we have Moon Knight. This is issue number 7, and Moon Knight trying to figure out who the fuck the Zodiac is.
Yeah, he interrogates people. That's good. It's
a pretty good issue. I mean, I don't know. Like, this book is good, but I just feel like it could give me more.
Yeah, it always does feel like it's lacking, like... If I were to read it all at once, I feel like I would be more satisfied with it. But since it's like one issue at a time, I do feel like there is something missing every single time. And it is such a good book, too, that I feel disappointed in myself for thinking that every time. Because I'm like, what more do you want? Like, it looks good. The story's good. Like, the characterization is incredible. Like, it's a solid book. But there's always just, like, it's just not enough for me.
Yeah, no, I think that's same.
I just want a little more, and maybe that's me being selfish.
No, I just feel like the story's good, but it is like there's something that's not like punchy enough about it, and I don't mean like fighting punchy. I just mean like the character lacks a little bit of Moon Knight.
Yeah,
like who Moon Knight is,
which. Also, another thing,
and I guess that is kind of supposed to be what is happening anyway. Yeah. So maybe that is.
Because I mean, it's something
about the writing in itself.
It does take place after he kind of loses himself. It's him trying to, find himself again in a sense. I get that. That makes sense. But yeah, there is just something not there, and I don't know what exactly it is. But the show. It is a show, right? Not a movie.
Yeah,
I guess I didn't even question that. The show, Oscar.
We love you, Oscar Isaac. Please come marry both of us.
We know you listen to this podcast.
Duh. Why wouldn't he?
He probably just Google searches his name all the time and hears us talking about him all the time.
I would just let Oscar Isaac sit right on my face.
I would destroy that. No, I wouldn't actually. I bet he's just too nice.
All right, we're done with horny talking now.
Oh, is that what that was? I meant arm wrestling.
Oh, I mean,
I would destroy him.
I just said you'd sit on my face. So.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I thought you meant to smother you.
I mean, that would be
as a form of wrestling.
That would be fine. Yes, I would enjoy that form of wrestling. Okay, I'm done.
No more horny.
No more horny. Never. This is Homesick Pilots. This is issue number 11.
Damn,
11, yeah.
It's getting so close.
Yeah.
I actually don't know close to what.
I don't know. I was like...
The end?
I don't know. I suppose it's probably close. Oh, God damn it. I missed... Okay, no, I did not. I was like, did I miss the very last page?
You missed the end of the previews.
Can
I see that?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, sorry, everybody. So, Homesick Pilots.
Homesick. Every single time, I swear.
Homesick Pilots is just about some people in bands who are dealing with ghosts who turn into, like, mechs, and now they're trying to, like, save the world. There's a lot that's going on in this book. It's really good. Well, honestly, much better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because I thought you were...
I did think about hopping off of it.
Yeah.
And it's not just... I don't know. There's just something that is, like, super interesting about the story at the same time. The art is really great. The story is... I don't know. It's just intriguing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Dan Waters is the writer, and Casper Wingard is the artist. My boy... Aditya Bidikar.
Aww, we love.
But yeah, it's a good book. I think, like, what I like about it the most, and probably what keeps me reading it, is just, like, the friendships of, like, everybody in the book, because I think that is a really, like, interesting aspect of the book itself. Because they're all just, I don't know, they're all kind of, I mean, they're all orphans in a way, and their family at the same time. It's just like that chosen family of, like, people you keep yourself around, and no, it's really great.
I love books like that. I do want to read that. I think,
and maybe I'm just also reading into it.
Right? No, I don't think you are. I think, like, that's what I love about those kind of comics, though, is, like, where you find some sort of thing that you can relate to in it, and then it kind of changes the meaning of it for you. So I don't think you're wrong about that. I think that's what you're reading.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everyone's going to interpret, like, comics differently.
Yeah. I think it's really good. I really like it. Yeah, there is a point where I was like, I don't know, but I kind of got over it.
I'm stuck with it. Good. You deserve that.
All right, let's talk about Silver Coin.
Yes, we have the Silver Coin.
This is issue number 8. This is by Matthew Rosenberg and Michael Walsh.
It's a good one.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, I feel like I say it about every issue of Silver Coin, because they're all so different, but I don't know, I really liked this issue of Silver Coin. I liked the twists and turns of it, and I also like how it was very much tied into events that have happened.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the fact that it takes place on Wall Street with someone who works in the building as a lowly janitor.
Yeah.
I really, really liked this issue, and I do like every single one that they have put out. The Silver Coin is an anthology of horror stories, so every issue is a different writer with the same artist, and it's just a brilliant idea.
And they've pulled it off so well.
Every single issue. Like, of course, there have been some that have not been as strong as others, but they've all been so good.
Yeah, even the ones that are not my favorites are ones that I still like. I'm like, hell yeah, that's great. I mean, out of, like, including any, like, show or movie anthology I've ever seen, like, I think this might be the best horror anthology I've ever, like, encountered, just overall. And I don't know what it is, like, because some issue, like there is a little bit of connectivity, but not really.
Yeah.
And I like that aspect, but
it's done really well. Can't say enough good things about it. It's just very good.
I'm really glad it got, like, picked up for more issues. Whit and I were talking, and he said it might only be, like, 12 issues, but I don't know. Like,
it would be fine too either way, because the first arc, I guess, first volume, had such good writers, and then the second one has, like, not even better. I don't want to use the term even better, but it has some of my favorite writers, and so for me, it keeps getting better, and it's very solid.
Yeah, it's like
very solid.
I could take more.
Yeah,
like
I don't think they could pick a writer that would ruin the streak of goodness.
Yeah. And I mean, it would be interesting too if, like, even after 12 issues they did, like, a Silver Coin, like, the same idea but, like, a different, like, artist.
Yeah. Damn, that would be really cool.
Like, just, I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud. But I think that would be an interesting idea as well. It's just, like, continuing the anthology but featuring somebody else who's also very, like, I don't know, good.
They could even do, like, a different genre where it's not, like, that kind of horror, where it's just more body horror. I really want a body horror story. That's, like, what I want.
Zach Thompson, get back to us. Where are you at?
We need you.
All right, so next we have Primordial. This is issue number 5.
This is coming to the end.
This was a surprisingly rough issue to read by the end.
I cried. And Derek, I just want to do this real quick.
Mop bucket.
That's all you're getting.
Heads.
Yes, that's all you're getting from me. But Primordial, there's one more?
Yeah, I think
there's one more issue of this. This one's very heavy. If you... I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to give too much away. But you guys know I cry over everything in comics. I think we both can admit that we cry a lot, especially
we're
over...
adults. It's fine. We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want. I don't want to hear it.
We're emotionally open people.
I'm in touch with my feelings. I know who I am. I cry. This made me cry.
Yeah.
Twice. One time was just because it was just really good. Like, the art was really, really good on that one particular page that we talked about. But then I actually cried because I couldn't believe what had just happened within the book. Because
I think I was like, why would you do that? When I was like in a room by myself. But yeah, this was, a very amazing issue. I absolutely loved it. It's weird how good this story is when it's just like animals.
Yeah, it's
and I mean there is human beings, but
they're more of a secondary character though, next to the animals. But it's
I'm also loving this Jeff Lemire Renaissance.
Yes, but this is Primordial is just about the dog Laika, Abel the chimp, and then Miss Baker the monkey. They were obviously sent into space at different times by different countries. They are all working together to get back home. That's it. But yeah, it's
good.
Absolutely beautiful. Because when I first read this, I thought it was going to be just, like I had said to you, just a rewriting of the Cold War. Which in a way it is, but at the same time it's not. That's not what the story is focused on. So it's...
Yeah, it's so good.
I recommend it 100 times.
Same. I think it's interesting how within that first issue you don't necessarily think you're gonna either like connect with any of these animals either, because you're just like, yeah, they're fucking animals going to space. Who fucking cares?
The second that Abel started speaking, I was like, yep, this is gonna be my kind of book. I love chimpanzees.
All right, so I have Regarding the Matter of Oswald's Body. This is issue number 3. This is by Christopher Cantwell and Luca Casalanguida and Guida Marchisio. Casalanguida. Oh boy, did you hear that? I did that first time right back to you. Just story about a team of people who are switching out Lee Harvey Oswald's body. They're trying to cover up the fact that he's still alive.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Wait. Does this have anything at all to do with Department of Truth?
No, not at all.
They're not connected?
No,
okay.
That's what, I think that's the funniest part to me. When I started reading this book, I was just like, how am I reading another book about how Lee Harvey Oswald is alive?
I'm starting to believe something.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
exactly.
I can't.
I'm just like, do these people know something I don't?
They have to at this point. There's no way.
How do they know this? Like, they just keep telling me, and I'm reading this book like... he's dead, bro. I saw a man shoot him.
It's documented.
Countless times.
There's pictures of it.
Yeah. A man dying is not funny. We are sorry. But yeah, that's what this book is about. I think it's a lot of, not fun, but I really think it's interesting.
It's enjoyable.
It is enjoyable.
Yeah.
I like the team of people that they put together. I like the idea that by this issue, they're like, oh, fuck. We're in some shit. We gotta figure something out.
Is that Buddy Holly?
It is a dude who looks like Buddy Holly. He's just like a, artist.
You know, the only reason the people on that plane died was because Buddy Holly wanted to do laundry.
What? No.
That's a whole thing.
It's okay. We don't have time to talk about that. But look, here he is.
Yeah. That's him.
That's him.
That's him.
Okay.
Okay.
We're ready.
We're going to keep going. This is 7 Secrets. This is issue number 13. Good.
Good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. We get to see more of Casper's little power here. I don't know what else to say about this book without kind of spoiling anything because it's 13 issues in. I feel like it is winding down a little bit. But they're still just trying to figure out how to keep the secrets away from Eamon, who is trying to steal the secrets. I wouldn't say steal them. He's just trying to release them.
Yeah. To save the world.
Yes. Yes. I love him.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like the last few issues have not been necessarily my favorite, but I think it's just because the book started out so strong. Mm-hmm. And it hit so many points where I'm just like, at this point, it's doing that thing where it kind of plateaus before it does a thing.
Right. Because I think it's kind of explaining what is happening to these other characters, and it's the ball is rolling and it's about to drop. Mm-hmm. I hope so anyway. That's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah, it is what it feels like for sure. All right, so next we only find them when they're dead. This is issue number 10. I thought I didn't understand this book, but when I talked to Heather about it, I did, so...
I understood completely, and it made me feel really good to confirm Champ, to validate Champ's thoughts. I've always wanted to do that.
I feel like usually I'm the one who comes out of this book knowing what's happening.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. For once I was like, yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. But we're both in agreement with this.
Yeah.
But this one is the one that ends the second arc, right? Yeah, the second book. It kind of goes into how the whole coup ended up taking, or how the idea of it began.
And who's in what place.
Yes, yes. And after the whole events of the last couple issues, where it leads to in the future, what the direct result of what exactly the coup happened. Yeah. It's good. It's very good. I love this book.
Same. The art is so good.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I also it's funny because I hadn't even realized that we didn't get to the credits until over halfway through the book.
Yeah.
And that, God, I know I say this every time, but I love those full page credits, and there's something different about these than the other Boom books that they're in. Mm-hmm. And it's also just the way it's placed inside this story is so fucking good.
Yeah, because
it's so good. I got to it and I was like, oh hell yeah, and then flipped the page and I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is great.
I think we've had this conversation about it before because I feel like Something is Killing the Children, or one of those books that you read, had done that at some point. And when they do it like that, it does just remind me, and I know you, of movies. When you're watching it and you just have this opening that is yes.
Yeah.
That is just mind-blowing, and then it hits you with the credits and it's the title, it's okay, this is the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I do love that shit.
Yeah.
But it has to be good. Because I've seen movies who do it and can't pull it off, where I've watched 30 minutes of a movie and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you finally telling me what this movie is?
You know, the very first movie that I ever remember that happening to, that to this day, there is more of a story attached to it. But yes, because
I was taking a drink. I was like, I gotta swallow this.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad you said that, because when I was little, I think it was either my older sister or my cousin, I cannot remember who, but they tried to convince me that was when the movie started, when the credits came on. That right there, that's the movie. Anything that else happened before that wasn't the movie. And I was like, well, why the fuck would they show it as a part of the movie then? But that's why I loved it so much, because I felt superior, because I was like, no, this is the movie. This is the movie. It's leading up to what the movie is about. It's like the prologue, and then there's when you open the book, and then there's the story. The Lion King, yes.
The Lion King.
The Lion King. I'm so glad that you were on the same page with me.
Yeah, no, it was weird in my brain. It was the first thing that popped up because, childhood memories. Yep. I was like, that was probably my first movie that I experienced that with.
That just blew my mind. I'm going to be stuck on that all night. I love that.
All right. Next we have Rush. I didn't get a chance to read this one either. This is issue number 3.
Yep, this is about the mother, Nettie, who is on the search for her son who went missing however long ago. This issue was actually really good, without spoiling anything because James didn't get a chance to read it, but it really goes into the greed of men when it comes to gold, especially in that time period, and how they react when you do not have the same feelings about the value of gold.
Okay.
It is so interesting.
Yeah,
it's very good, of course. There's like one page in here that just, I'm not going to open it because I want you to experience it when you read it, but there was one page in here that is horrific, but just in the way that, like, because of that I just mentioned, like the whole
the things,
realization.
The greed of men.
Yes, the greed of men. But yeah, the art in here I absolutely love, but the reason why that page is so horrific to me is because of the way that the faces are drawn. It made me so uncomfortable.
Love that.
It's very good. It's very, very good. It's about the gold rush and men being dumb and a woman looking for her child.
So, I mean, that's what that book is about.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
This is Bolero.
This is issue number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I only special ordered this. I did add it to my pull file. There is a lot of titties in this book and a lot of sex. I was honestly, that was like the biggest surprise out of this entire book, because I was reading it and I was like, didn't realize that was this type of book.
So, no, I had no idea. So,
one of our mutual friends flipped through it, and he was just like, I don't think I want this. I didn't really read what it was about, and I was like,
who's the mutual friend?
Randy.
Oh, okay. Yep. That definitely makes sense. But that aside,
oh, this book is great.
It's so good. Yes.
Yes. There's sex. Yeah, there's lots of sex.
Yeah.
There are a lot of titties. It's a really good story about love and heartbreak and
what you would do to experience your life differently. Like, if you had decided to do one thing differently, how would that have changed? And if you could go back and do that one thing, would you?
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought that was a really interesting idea. Like, I really like that. It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like Eternal Sunshine and that, like, aspect of, like, not forgetting a person, but, yeah, like, kind of changing your life to, like, do a thing. But, yeah, I went to it. It's not that sexy.
This?
Yeah.
I just really like that art.
Yeah, no, the art is so good.
I might have to just, like, check it out.
Because it's the same artist who does this. But,
yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's a really great book. It's Wyatt Kennedy who writes it. Luana Vecchio is the artist, and Brandon Graham does the letters. That sucks.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. So yeah, just like the story itself is really good. The way the letters look don't matter. But despite that, unfortunately, I would recommend it still. Yeah. Like, I don't want to do that. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, no, I didn't, and we'll have to see if it's that same Brandon Graham. But
Derek, I haven't even seen that movie yet.
Okay.
You gotta put spoilers before you tell me what happens. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, good book. I really liked it.
Yes.
I thought it was really, really enjoyable.
Very, very good. There is a cover B.
Yeah.
That Maria LeVay does. It's brilliant. Fucking Julian, dude. Damn Julian.
So lastly, I read this off the wall. This is Lives of Wolverine. This is issue number 1.
This is also just like Bolero, but with Wolverine.
I am going to say this because I think it's going to be my, like, pitch for this book, even though it's bad. It is the butterfly effect, but with Wolverine.
Yep. And
instead of Amy Smart, is that who's in that movie?
Yes.
Being the woman that Ashton Kutcher needs to save, it's Wolverine, and Xavier is who he has to save. So
the art is so good in this. Like, ignore, Amy Smart aside from that.
Aside from the butterfly effect thing.
Yeah. So Wolverine is Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. And Xavier is Amy Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, the art is like, it's so good. It's almost what makes this whole book worth reading, because it's not bad. It's just like, is this necessary? And I know that it is in regards to like the story of the X-Men, where it's going, where what Wolverine has been up to, blah 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 blah. But it's just kind of all right. Like, I don't hate it, and I did actually add this and the 10 deaths. Yes. I believe that's what it is.
10 lives, 10 deaths.
Yes, cute. But yeah, it's just a little, it's Wolverine's own event.
Yes. Exactly.
Honestly, Derek, I would love that.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a better birthing experience than most.
If Wolverine just like hopped in and grabbed my kid off the ground and was like...
And then cut off the umbilical cord.
Yeah, I'd be stoked. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, god damn.
But yeah, no, this is just him hopping through time...
Via memory.
Yeah, via memory. The stoked man.
Yeah, he's just having a good time.
He's so excited. But yeah, it's, I mean, like, it is Benjamin Percy who did the whole Wolverine story before that actually just ended a few weeks ago. So yeah, it's like, it's good in that sense because I feel like he knows Wolverine.
Yeah, he does seem to have like a good Wolverine voice for sure. It's just Wolverine still.
It's just Wolverine. Yeah. So it's not like 100% necessary, but it is fun.
I think I just ruined it for myself by calling it the butterfly effect.
Yeah, no, that kind of ruined it a little bit for me too, because I was like,
Well, it's your fault I ever watched that movie in the first place. I would have never had that reference otherwise.
I know. And I think about it all the time. And I think about it so often that Facebook knows I think about it. And so I get
Donnie Darko shit all the time.
Oh, I get that as well. But I get more butterfly effect ads than anything else. And the only one that pops up is the scene when Ashton Kutcher is in bed and he's missing his hand and he's just going... That picture pops up all the time for me. And it like drives me bananas because I don't understand like why out of everything it's that one picture. And it was because we made fun of that entire scene. And I do think about it a lot.
So this is going to be me pitching. If you are watching on YouTube, go check out our Donnie Darko versus Butterfly Effect video. It was a great time watching both of those movies.
We love those movies. It was just a lot of fun. Life-changing, honestly.
But that's all we have this week. So thanks for listening, checking in. Derek, thanks for hanging out with us. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, we love you.
We love you. So go support your local libraries, support your local comic book shops, support your friends, do good things, take care of each other. Heather, what you got?
Our friend Chris has been doing his own, or is going to be doing his own comics.
He's been doing like some Instagram videos.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure how far along. I'm not really on Instagram anymore. I have one, but I just don't get on anymore, so I just didn't really notice. But anyway, our friend Chris is also doing a comics podcast Instagram thing. We will put a link in so you can kind of check him out, support him, because that's what you do. You love and support your friends.
Yeah. And that's all we got. That's all we got. We'll see you on the flippity flip.
We love you.